And welcome to Slate, a channel for intelligent and curious people like you who are searching for human sexuality in the age of artificial intelligence. And this AI age is different than the previous ages we have encountered in the recent past. That means pre-internet age, post-internet age, and the smartphone age or social media age. Now, in my previous video, I talked about Lidar sensor, rather, which creates the three-dimensional map of you or any object that stands before that robot, right? And apart from those leader sensors, there are a lot of sensors, including cameras. Camera is kind of sensor, right? There are a lot of sensors working in a humanoid robot, right? Without these sensors, a human robot cannot get the data, input data that it needs to process those data to get an idea of the object of which or with which it will interact now or in the future. Okay, so I hope the picture is clear. Now, in this video, we'll talk about how these sensors work together, how these sensors talk to each other, emit signals and receive signals with each other, just like our brain, our neurons. There are there are billions of trillions of cells in our brain, and they always keep sending signals to each other. The same thing happens in a robot, but not in that manner, in that grand scale, of course, but the sensors work together. Okay, so cameras and leader work together, first of all, to provide humanoid robots with a comprehensive understanding of their environment. And environment is very, very important here because uh, a robot is coming from a factory, right? That was a different environment. Now it comes to your house, in your bedroom, in your garden, in your dining room, sitting room, etc., etc. But this environment is completely different, right? Okay, but once it comes to your house, cameras provide high resolution images of the present environment. Okay, while LIDAR provides accurate depth information. We talked about depth sensor. You probably have watched that video about the depth sensor. We talked about it. By fusing data from those two sensors, that means from the LIDAR sensor and the depth sensor, the humanoid robot can create a detailed 3D model, three-dimensional model of their surroundings, and that they can use to navigate or recognize objects and avoid obstacles. And everything it encounters in its path, it treats as obstacles. Therefore, it needs to have a good idea of that obstacles. So, how the sensors work together? To summarize, we can say that first of all, navigation, that is the number one part. It should navigate smoothly. Okay, so cameras and leader can be used to help humanoid robots navigate their environment by detecting obstacles and landmarks. For example, a humanoid robot could use a camera to identify a doorway and then use leader to measure the distance to the doorway. Okay, this information could then be used to plan a path to the doorway and how to pass it. Okay, I hope you get the idea. Next is object recognition. That is very important because how a humanoid robot recognizes you as you, not any other person. It's very important. Cameras and lidar can also be used to help humanoid robots recognize objects like in their environment. For example, a humanoid robot could use a camera to identify a cup and you, okay, and differentiate between them. What is a cup? A cup is a cup, and a human being is a human being. Okay, so object recognition is very important. And finally, obstacle avoidance. Obstacle avoidance is very important because cameras and lidar can also be used to help human robots avoid obstacles to their in their environment. For example, a human robot could use a camera to detect a person in its path or something else like a sofa, anything else, and in its path, and then use lidar to measure the distance to the person. And also uses depth sensors also in the same case. So altogether, these all sensors work together and give a complete idea or understanding of the environment for the and create a 3D model for the robot. Okay, I hope it gives you some ideas about how humanoid robots work, because as time passes by, we will work more and more with humanoid robots. Therefore, it's very important to know about them. That is why I'm creating these videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Take care and stay safe. I'll come back with more videos like this.